Tonight is not about peace, it's about leverage, it's about time, and it's about what happens when a man at war has to choose between two necessary evils and pretend that one of them is hope. Palm trees, gilding ceilings, a resort that smells like money and memory. This is where war comes to negotiate. President Donald Trump hosts President Volodymyr Zelenskyy at Mar-a-Lago, not in a neutral capital, not at the United Nations, but at a private fortress of brand and grievance. The stated goal, peace. The unstated reality, terms. Security guarantees, territory, Donetsk. A drafted 20-point plan that reads like a checklist and feels like a countdown. Unresolved, unyielding, uncomfortable. This meeting is not a breakthrough, it's a reckoning postponed. Zelenskyy has been waiting for years, waiting for weapons, waiting for clarity, waiting for Western unity that never quite arrives on time. He has walked the marble halls in Washington. He has shaken hands in Brussels. He has bagged in suits of pleading fatigues, spoken in parliaments that applauded, and then hesitated. Each previous meeting promised momentum, each one delivered conditions. And now, Mar-a-Lago. A setting that does not pretend to be impartial. Trump does not sell neutrality. He sells outcomes, and outcomes always come with a price. This is not two equals at a table. This is a host and a guest, a gatekeeper and a supplicant. Zelenskyy arrives carrying a country that bleeds daily. Trump arrives carrying leverage over aid, over narrative, over the word peace itself. The humiliation is not shouted, it is structural. When peace is discussed in a private resort, the message is clear. This war can be ended if you accept the terms of the man with the keys. Zelenskyy's choice is brutal. Evil one. Accept the peace that freezes loss into permanence. Security guarantees written in careful language. Territory discussed like real estate. Sovereignty reduced to percentages. Evil two. Refuse and risk of fatigue. Western fatigue. Donor fatigue. Voter fatigue. Until support erodes quietly. Politely, bureaucratically. There is no good option. There is only survival by concession or survival by delay. So he waits. He always waits. He waits for certainty that never comes, for a moment when the world stops asking Ukraine to be reasonable while it's being invaded. He waits for guarantees that do not dissolve after the next election cycle. For allies who will not renegotiate morality when the polling shifts. And now he waits in Florida, where peace is discussed under chandeliers while missiles fall on the clouds. What has Donald Trump actually accomplished on the international stage? He has disrupted rituals. He has questioned alliances. He has turned diplomacy into theater. Supporters call it realism. Critics call it transactional chaos. Deals are promised, deadlines are floated, the language is confident, even when the substance is thin. Trump's power is not consensus, it is pressure, and pressure works until it doesn't. This meeting does not happen in a vacuum. At home, the country simmers, scandals circulate, documents are discussed, Epstein's name reappears in headlines and whispers, not as conclusions, but as shadows that never fully leave the room. Trust is brittle, attention is fractured, and yet foreign policy is performed as if the house is not on fire. The contrast is stark. Global war abroad, moral exhaustion at home. Then comes the images, the reports. Moments where the president appeared tired, eyes heavy, pauses long, focus drifting. Whether exhaustion or age or overinterpretation, optics matter, because when the leader of the most powerful nation appears disengaged, even briefly, every adversary notices, every ally wonders who is really awake at the table. This is not peace talks. This is a holding pattern, a reminder that Zelenskyy that time is not neutral, that wars do not end because they should. They end because someone runs out of patience. Trump offers an exit, but exits are never free, and Zelenskyy knows it. So the cameras fade, the statements are issued, The word constructive is deployed like a sedative. Zelenskyy leaves Mar-a-Lago still waiting, still choosing, still carrying a war no one else has to live inside. And Trump, he leaves having reminded the world of one thing. In times of chaos, he's not selling certainty. He is selling the deal. Because in the war, even peace has a price.